Johnny from Expert Boxing. Right now I'm going to show you the basics of having a diagonal boxing stance. So what do I mean by diagonal? Is that if you look at my feet from here, right? They're kind of diagonal. Of course, I'm not full on square. This is silly. But I'm also not perfectly sideways. I'm not so sideways. I'm not trying to be sideways. I'm trying to be diagonal. And why? Why does this angle give you so many advantages? Why are there so many benefits? So we'll start with the basic stuff, okay? If I stand super sideways like this, every time I want to lean back, I lose ground, right? Anytime I want to think defensively, I lose ground, right? So imagine like this. Every time I want to go back, he's firing, I lose ground. It's as simple as that. Now if I turn diagonally, when I want to lean back, I don't lose ground. In fact, it's like natural lateral movement. It's like it makes me naturally circle away from him, just because I'm using a diagonal stance, right? So every time that I want to avoid the jab, okay, anytime I want to lean back, this naturally slips the jab. Think about it. Naturally slips the jab. If I go this way, maybe I'm leaning enough out of reach that the jab doesn't reach me, but if I just have a diagonal stance, I could just breathe to my right and I naturally slip the jab. Not only that, but I breathe to my right, I naturally get farther away from his right hand. I'm circling away from his right hand. So I'm sure you guys have heard before, a lot of coaches, they'll tell you, don't back straight up, try to go lateral, go diagonal. It's for that reason, because a right hand, right, here's the opponent, a right hand can go pretty darn far, right? So if I'm here, and I'm just thinking go like this, okay, I lose ground, at some point I'm going to be on the ropes, and then I'm going to eat the shots anyway. So okay, when you're avoiding this long right hand, he can reach pretty far, right? Here's Mr. Right Hand. So if you're here with the sideways stance, yeah, you can try to lean away and lose ground, and you'll get backed up into the ropes, and he's going to bomb you anyway. Or he throws a long right hand, you just dip this way. Now he has to twist to reach you, right? Because you're out of his range. So he has to twist over, fall off balance, or you're forcing him to reset. So it's just a very small thing like this, that by using a natural diagonal stance, you naturally go this way, you're naturally circling away from his strong right hand, and you're naturally slipping his jab. You don't have to think very much. Just like this, circling farther away from his strong right hand, and at the same time, slipping his right jab. But if I stand sideways, now I'm just kind of losing ground, right? I might not even be slipping it. I might still be in the line of fire. Which is another thing I want to talk about. When you stand sideways, it is really hard to slip a jab, and I'll show you why. If I stand sideways, the only way to slip a jab really is to just duck under. So now I have to duck under, I give my back, I close off my right hand. You see my right hand's like, it's harder to get up, right? If I stood more diagonally, I can slip and fire this right hand. Same way for the right hand. If I stand so sideways like this, to slip a right hand, I'd have to kind of twist over. So I don't know, but I'll show you from this angle, right? From here, to slip a jab, I have to duck under. Or to slip a right hand, I'd have to twist. That's kind of scary. Now I'm throwing my head into the way. It's kind of scary. If I was like this in the first place, this is an easy slip, and I still have a nice left hook angle. I'm not over twisting myself off balance, and I make room for me to get that countering in. There's also better balance when you're blocking shots. So, for example, if I'm standing super sideways like this, blocking jabs is kind of weird, right? Because I'm standing super sideways and the jab comes in, you're like, ugh, do I block with this hand or do I block here? If I block here, now my face is really exposed to a hook. And then likewise for right hand, it's like the only way to block is like basically doing this and just covering, like completely hiding from him. Okay, so it kind of feels like this. But if I stood more, instead of so sideways, I stand like this, diagonal, I can kind of block both a jab and a hook at the same time. And then I can block a right hand and still see him. Right? This way I can't. I'm kind of covering myself. Also too, I don't know if you guys know, if you stand super sideways like this, and he throws a hook into your glove right here, if he even taps you like this on the arm, you're going to fall off balance over your heels. So if you diagonal a little bit, boom, I can absorb the left hook, and I won't fall off balance. Now, offensively, there's a lot of advantages here as well. So, for example, there are many fighters, especially beginners, they want to stand super sideways because they think it gives them a really long jab. And there's probably some truth to it. Your jab is a little longer, but here's the problem. your jab hits from here, but nothing else can reach because the right hand is so far away. And then remember, the jab and the left hook don't have the same reach, right? If this is your jab, a hook is this. The hook is always shorter than a jab. So really, for me, stand a little more diagonal. Yes, the jab is not as long, but now your right hands can reach, your left hooks can reach. You don't have like half your body tucked away in the far side that it takes you so much work to cut to the front and throw power shots in. Again, I stand more diagonal. Yes, I don't have as long of a reach, but you see my right hand is more of a threat already, just because I'm in this stance. When I do this, the right hand's farther away. And then the left hook is like, you're going to feel like it very quickly becomes a one-arm fight where this arm tries to do everything, and he's going to be always here in the front, rolling under, slipping around your jabs, and then you'll feel like your right hand can't reach him, or that he's too much to the side. So face him a little more, stand a little more diagonal. It's going to make your defense naturally better. It will make your offense naturally better, right? Also, when I stand here, my combination speed is going to be much faster. If I stand super sideways, big right hand swing, big left hook swing, big right hand swing, big left hook swing. You can fight like this, yes, of course. There's some champions, they stand like this, super sideways, and they fight, what, 2 punches at a time. 1, 2, and they run away. Or 1, and they run away. But every now and then, if you want to be a combination fighter, you got to bring the right foot up a little bit. Get a little more diagonal, and then everything will flow better from left to right. I'm Johnny from Expert Boxing. If you like these tips, check out my website, expertboxing.com. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.